Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so got some new comics this week. I actually got some trades in the mail. Um I'm not gonna show you them in this video because I've got some other ones that I'm waiting on, and so when I get them all together, then I'll shoot a video showing you all those recent trades. Um, Last week there was an interesting thing. There was an article in, I think it was Business Insider, where a couple of former African American editors from DC basically tried to call out a couple of the DC editors from a while back for, passing them over for promotions and things like that. I think one of them even brought it to Human Resources Department. And I think in particular, Paul Levitz and I think it was Mike Carlin got called out. The thing I thought about was funny about that is, well, Paul Levitz responded. Paul Levitz was just like, "Hey, look, I'm not going to respond to something that happened like 10 years ago." He says, "I'm proud of my, work at DC, and I'm proud of the commitment to diversity that we've had over the years." Okay, whatever. Mike Carlin didn't respond, but one thing I thought was interesting is that I remember reading a couple of years ago part of a woman's memoir, and she wrote a memoir about working as a DC editor or assistant editor, and she actually called out Mike Carlin for being kind of sexist and maybe sexually harassing her. But it's related to this because in passing, she did mention there was an incident with one of these guys or some black editor there. I don't think she mentioned him by name, but she said something like one of the other editors told her something like, "Oh yeah, it's a shame about so and so. He's such a nice guy, but no matter what, they're not going to promote him." So I just thought it was an interesting thing. And basically, the assertion by these two African American editors there were that they were given books that were designed to fail or nobody thought would do much, that would perform very well. But even after, especially one guy said he was able to turn sales around and or get good reviews, get good critical reviews. For some reason, they would never promote them past a certain title. So, like I said, it's an interesting thing. You can go find it and make up your own mind about it. So that's that. Anyway, this week's comics here. Ah. Okay, so again, these are all from Lone Star Comics. And there should be a couple of recent comics and then a couple of, and some interesting back issues. All right. Okay, so. Do. Okay, so let's see here. So, okay, so Department of Truth #2. Okay. Stealth #5. Stealth #6. Okay, I think this is the end of the series, or the end of the miniseries. Now I got this. Bum, 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 bum. Oh wait. Also, other new thing is Black Magic #15. All right, so the next thing I thought, oh, and this too. These are not in order. Red Mother #9. Okay, finally, I did get this, which I thought was kind of interesting. This was a mini series that came out in, I guess, the mid late '80s, called Cinder and Ash. All right, so it's written by Jerry Conway, and it's drawn by Jose Garcia Lopez. Jose Garcia Lopez. He was kind of like DC's John Romita Sr., you know. He would work on special projects here and there, but, sorry, excuse me. But if you saw a lot of promotional art from the 70s, you know, more often than not, Lopez had something to do with it. So, okay, but this series had something to do with, I guess, this guy used to be a Vietnam veteran, and I think he becomes like either a detective or a freelance soldier or something like that, and he teams up with this woman who is somebody he had saved. I think it was like a little girl back in Vietnam or something like that. But it's very interesting, just in the sense that if you remember, like the '80s, especially the mid '80s, Vietnam was really part of the zeitgeist. You had all these kind of back to Nam movies. You had all your Rambo movies and your what was it, Missing in Action, and you know all these things. What was that TV series? There was the TV series about the nurses. Oh geez, I can't even think of it right now, but it seemed like every other movie or every other TV show had some sort of reference to, you know, Vietnam or something like that. So here's issue 3, and then here's issue 4. Okay, and then here's the Kents. So this is just the God. I can't stop hacking. Sorry about that. I apologize. So this is the first issue, the first the first story arc of the Kents. So these are the ancestors of the Kent family, the history of their family done as a Western. And this is the first 4 issues. The first 4 issues make a arc called Bleeding Kansas, and yeah, and it's written by John Ostrander, and the artist by Tim Truman. Tim Truman also pretty famous for doing kind of the reboot or the revamp or the retake of Jonah Hex, Two Gun Mojo, and all that type of stuff. And of course, before that, he was doing like Scout for, was it for Eclipse Comics? And then I think he also did Grimjack for like First Comics. So this should be fun. This should be interesting to get into. Okay, and then that is it. I gotta thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good day. Oh, here we go.